All right, this video is going to go over the check-in problems 8, 9, and 10. They're all word problems, and let's see if we can figure these out. You can kind of watch me. If after doing these you still don't understand, let's talk in person and figure this out. Seema, this is number 8. Seema runs 5 miles more than her sister Padma. So we have Seema and we have Padma. They're sisters, they like to run. We know that Seema runs more. So I'm going to say, let's start here at the start line. She's going to run all the way to there. Seema runs 5 miles more than her sister. So, Padma only runs this amount, which I don't know. We'll call that P, what she runs. Now, if I add the 5 miles, that gets me to the total of what Seema runs. So let's see. If Seema runs 17 miles per week, 17 miles per week, which equation could be used to find the number of miles Padma runs each week? So, I know to find out how much she runs, it would be P plus 5 miles equals her sister's total of 17. Then, when I have it in this equation, I can easily solve it. Subtract 5, make this P equals 12. Now let's see if this makes sense. So if Padma runs 12 miles, add 5 more miles, does that get me to Seema's total? Yep. Now also it says that Seema runs 5 more miles per week than Padma. 17, is that 5 more than 12? It is. So it all makes sense. You set it up, you have a little picture, and you think, does this make sense? Okay. Let's go on to the next one. One about bottled water. Okay, we have Hugh, and he buys 2 bottles of water. Okay, those are 2 bottles of water, and we know the total of the 2 bottles of water. So if I add those together, it's going to get me $4.50. Which equation could be used to find the cost of each water bottle? So I want to know what each water bottle costs. What does this one cost? What does this one cost? So I don't know what the individual cost is. So this is X and this is X. I have 2 X's. So it's 2 times X equals $4.50. Okay? So once I find the bottle, once I find the individual cost of each one, I times it by 2. So it's 2 times the individual cost is going to get me this total of $4.50. I can find out the cost by, when it's a multiplication, you divide each side by the number, so that'd be divided by 2. This cancels each out. X and $4.50 cut in half is $2.25. Let's see if this makes sense. 2.25, 2.25. So if he buys 2 water bottles, $2.25 plus another one, $2.25, does that get me $4.50? It sure does. Okay. I drew a little picture, talked it out, made sense with it, and checked it. All right, let's do the last one for this little video. This is number 10. Okay. 1/3 of the tomatoes in the garden are ripe. Okay. So I have a little garden here. All of those tomatoes are ripe. Okay. If 6 tomatoes are ripe, so equals 6, which equation could be used to find the total number of tomatoes in the garden? So I want the total amount of tomatoes. I don't know how many tomatoes there are. I just know 1/3 of them are ripe. When I look at this, I would say, well, if this amount is ripe and this is equal to this and this, so it's going to be that. 6 plus 6 plus 6, or 3 times 6, is going to be 18. I'm going to have 18 tomatoes, a third of those are ripe. The way I set it up, though, if I know my total tomatoes, I don't. I did it because I did my little drawing and I could make sense with it, but I don't know right now. So this is my variable, total tomatoes. If I divide this by a third, divided by just by this section, divide this total in 1/3 into a third, divided by 3, so that'll give me this, this, and this. Divide this by 3 ways. One of them, it's going to get me 6, because I know this is 6, because then this will be 6, this will be 6. So this total divided 3 ways has to be 6. I just don't know what the total is. But I can figure it out now that I have this, because I want to get t all by itself. So it's divided by 3, so I times each side by 3. Those cancel. It's t equals 18. Total tomatoes of 18, which we've already said makes sense. So the equation that you want, total tomatoes divided by 3, or 1/3 of my total, equals 6. And that's your equation. Okay? Alrighty, hopefully you kind of got some understanding there. If not, again, come see me. Let's talk these through.